Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Manjunath, Additional Labour Commissioner, Government of Karnataka and the Department of Labour. I would like to tell you how we imbibed the framework of social dialogue in enacting the Karnataka platform-based gig workers Social Security and Welfare Act 2025. This act, which is a federal act, was enacted based on my own experience at ITC ILO. I was fortunate enough to participate in two such programs. One is on leadership in social protection during July 2023 and also extension of social protection to gig workers during March 2024. These two programs at ITC ILO helped me in preparing the draft bill and thereafter how the social dialogue methodology helped us in framing an important legislation which created a lot of impact on the gig workers in the state of Karnataka. As we all know, gig economy is a growing sector. Gig workers face a lot of precarious nature of jobs and still they are expanding. However, the platforms which are required to extend basic minimum social protection, sometimes they avoid extending social protections and their systematic algorithm systems also play a vital role in not promoting decent work for the gig workers. Realizing that the gig workers need social protection, the state of Karnataka had a political manifesto and there was a strong political will to extend social security to gig workers. In India, Rajasthan framed a law which became a baseline and thereafter Karnataka became a first state in the country to come out with a comprehensive legislation in terms of extending social security and providing basic welfare facilities to the gig workers. What is most important is the way in which the bill was drafted. The bill is an extensive consultations held with all the stakeholders. There were around 30 rounds of discussions with the stakeholders involving all the platforms, trade unions, aggregators, activists, and the Labour Department. In fact, I'm proud to say that ILO was also invited to have a consultation on this very important bill when it was promulgated earlier. Based on the social dialogue, based on the inputs provided by all the stakeholders, ultimately the cabinet and the assembly of the state government passed this bill which came into force from May 2025. There was second round of consultations with the stakeholders, a social dialogue in framing the rules. Further, we also had plenty of discussions with the stakeholders on how much should be the welfare fee so that the platforms contribute towards the social security fund. Social security schemes which are based on the pillars of social security as promulgated by ILO and also the need-based social security systems was very important dimension in framing such schemes under our state act. Since the act and rules is in its infancy stage, the impact of the act and rules would be known in the coming days, which is a very important studies later on. At this point of time, I would like to thank the ITC ILO for giving me an opportunity to use the framework which they discussed during the courses on social protection for gig and platform workers and also in adopting the model of social dialogue in enacting an important legislation for the welfare of the gig workers in the state of Karnataka. Thank you very much.